Well, hello and welcome back, and a huge thank you for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, if you look straight in front of you, there is a big sign that says welcome to Peyia municipality. This is the busy road. It's the coastal road that takes you from Paphos through the Tomb of the Kings area, Lower Clorica, Kisonaga, and eventually you will arrive at this little location, which of course is the very start of Peyia. Today's video, we're going to go for a drive around Peyia. We're going to talk about some of the bars, restaurants, some of the other facilities that are on offer in Peyia. Perhaps if you are thinking about relocating to Cyprus and thinking about relocating and living in Peyia. Very popular place, among many places in Cyprus for foreign nationals to choose to live. So sit back and relax. Off we go on our little drive in and around Peyia. It's approximately 15 kilometers from Cyprus, Paphos by the way, and of course on top of Peyia you've got a lot of little areas within Peyia. So I'm going to name one or two of those now. Argis Georgius, as we can see on the sign in front of us, is 8 kilometers away. That is in Peyia. Before there is Sea Caves. That is in Peyia. And of course, just on our left-hand side, you can go down the Coral Bay Strip. And yes, that is in Peyia as well. Along with what we call Lower Peyia, we're about to take a right and we'll be in Lower Peyia. Then we've got what we call Mid Peyia and then Upper Peyia. If you choose to live in Upper Peyia, obviously you get fabulous views over the treetops and the rooftops, and of course out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. For those of you with eagle eyes, you may have noticed there was a little sign on the left-hand side there advertising the Sunday market in Peyia. 9 a.m. start till around about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So Peyia market on a Sunday, pretty much all year round. And of course that is situated in the car park of the Peyia football stadium. Yes, they've even got their own football stadium in Peyia, along with the odd coffee shop or two. That was one of them on the right hand side. So this is the main road. From the main road from Paphos to Coral Bay, or the main road from Paphos to Peyia, then you turn and take this right, and then this is the main boulevard, which we're going to refer to as Peyia High Street. The reason why we're going to call it Peyia High Street is because this is where the majority of the shops and businesses are on, and then we eventually work our way up into what we're going to refer to as Peyia Square by the main church. So one of the businesses coming up is on the left hand side. We've got a bookie, that's Megabet. Next door to that is a pharmacy, and then there is a British hairway salon, and then there's a kiosk as well. And if you are driving around, you're going to need a little bit of the liquid fuel to go into your machine, aren't you? There's the petrol station, and they've got a great coffee shop, and rumour has it the best car wash in Peyia, and a very good bacon roll at that coffee shop. And it's not a rumour actually, I've been there quite a few times. They do a very good bacon roll indeed. DIY, again, on your right hand side, and then the Stonehouse Inn, a very popular taverna in the vicinity of Peyia. I think the view from this side, to be honest, could be better than the view when you're coming down towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. So don't click off, because we're going to work our way up to the top of Peyia, then we're going to circumnavigate the odd street or two, and then we're going to head back towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, can I ask you for a little favour? What's the favour, I hear you ask? Well, if you're not popping into Tower Fitness, that's here on the left-hand side, or the mini market called Pesto's for a great coffee, perhaps you could consider to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It doesn't cost you a single penny, but it does tell YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend this little channel known as Marika and Me to more like-minded people like yourselves. So this is what we're going to call Peyia High Street. You may have noticed there's quite a few businesses. There's restaurants, there's takeaways, there's property management companies, property sales companies, internet providers, pharmacies, Peyia Medical, more hairdressing salons. Again, we've got a bakery, another bookie, another property management company, and one of the most popular bar restaurants in Peyia, which is this one here called the Brewery Bar on the left-hand side. A lot of people go there, have a drink or two, a little mealie, and of course mix with their friends and perhaps even make new friends as well. As we work our way up, you can see it's a mix of properties. So there are villas, there are townhouses, and there are apartments in Peyia. So a massive range of different styles of properties, and hopefully there could be one here to suit your budget, whether you're choosing to rent or whether you wish to purchase a property. To talk about property prices, lots of people like to know the prices, don't they? So if you were thinking about buying a 1-bedroom apartment on a decent complex in and around Peyia, you should expect to pay somewhere around 160 to 200,000 euros. If you are looking for a 2-bedroom, again an apartment or a townhouse, I would budget somewhere between 220 and 280,000 euros. If you were looking to buy, shall we say, a 2-bedroom nice bungalow, you'll be looking at approximately 300 to 350,000 euros. And if you are looking to buy, let's say, a 3-bedroom, possibly a 4-bedroom villa in its own grounds with a spectacular view, you'll be looking at, shall we say, 400 to 500,000 euros. Now, if you wish to spend millions, Peyia could be that place for you as well, by the way. Multi-million villas are all over the place, whether they're up in the hills or whether they're down actually sitting on the coastline, shall we say, in Sea Cave, St. George, or even in Coral Bay. Lots of bars and restaurants, public car park to the left, by the way, totally free of charge. Christmas decorations are up. The main Mukhtar office and all the departments where your water bill, a municipality should we call it, town hall, is on the left. We're going to take a right and go into what I call the square. So perfect smile if you want to get a great smile and some dental work done. This is the Philippos Uptown Peyia supermarket. This is where Philippos started, by the way. For those of you who know Peyia quite well, you know down on the main road there is the big Philippos supermarket, but that's where Philippos started back in 2007. And he's the guy who's going to make sure that if you come to live in Peyia, you are going to be buying your meat, your chicken, your fish, your baked beans, whatever it is from his supermarket. Here we go. I promised you a view, didn't I? And that is the view you get from Peyia Square. Massive church, by the way, on the right-hand side, if you haven't noticed. And again, on the left-hand side now, many bars and many restaurants. 1 or 2 are open in the day, but mainly they come to life at night. And remember, Peyia has quite a large sitting foreign national population, so many of these bars and restaurants are open all year round. Perhaps they'll close down for a week or two, shall we say mid-January, February, for a bit of refurbishments, but predominantly they're open. For example, the Jail Pub Cafe is here on the left. Come back at night and there'll be quite a few people supping on a pint or two in there, that's for sure. But a fabulous day, and if you are curious to know where we are in the year, we are in the first week of December. Yes, December is upon us. Christmas is a coming and knocking very soon indeed. And the temperature is 22 degrees and it is precisely 12 o'clock. Yes, you heard me correctly. 22 degrees, the sun is shining, it's 12 o'clock, first week of December. All that's missing is you. So if you are thinking about relocating to Cyprus, and perhaps Peyia could be the place for you, want to get in contact with us, our contact details are in the description on the video. Of course, marikaandme.com. You can email us at relocatepaphos@gmail.com or relocate2cyprus@gmail.com. And you can contact us, reach out to us and organise perhaps a WhatsApp video call and have half an hour of total attention for you, where you can ask the questions that you want to ask. The cost of that is a mere €99. So get in contact with us and we'll arrange to have that conversation where you can talk face to face with Mr. Paul and ask those questions and talk about some of the services that we offer. We can arrange for you to be collected from the airport. We can arrange for you to have a hire car. We can arrange for accommodation, whether it be for a week, 2 weeks, a month, or even longer durations. We can organise that long-term property rental for you. We can point you in the right direction if you're looking to buy a property. We can help you source that new car or that second-hand car. I think you get the idea. The list of services goes on and on and on. And many people don't actually consider some of the things that they're going to have to do when they relocate to a new country. A lot of people take for granted things like, well, I'll move into that property, whether I'm buying it or whether I'm renting it, and then I'll just go on my mobile phone and I'll transfer the electricity and the water and all the services into my name. Unfortunately, that's not the way it works in Cyprus. In Cyprus, you have to go to the relevant office, and it would be far, far better and less stressful if you take with you someone who is fluent in Greek. And that's where Marika comes in, and of course Mr. Paul as the translator as well. So these are some of the services that we offer. On top of that, we walk you through your immigration. We go through all the paperwork with you and make sure that everything is just right, to make sure that when you get your immigration appointment, everything will go super, super smooth. And in many cases, we actually bypass Paphos and we go straight to Nicosia. Why do we go straight to Nicosia? Because that's the main office. Yes. And in many cases, if all the paperwork is correct, we can actually get your yellow slip in the same day. So these are some of the reasons why more and more people are choosing to make contact with myself, Mr. Paul, and of course Marika. MarikaandMe.com. Of course, the relevant emails and our telephone number is in the description on this video. Reach out and we'll do our very, very best to make sure that your move to Cyprus goes super, super smooth. We're going to enjoy the drive and the sunshine, and that's what a lot of people want when they come to live in a new country, isn't it? Whether you're going to retire, whether you're going to work remotely, whether you're going to work offshore, or perhaps you're going to flip backwards and forwards between your mother country and just have your family based in Cyprus. But some of the reasons why people move to Cyprus is the weather. I will say it again, 22 degrees, just gone midday in the first week of December. Wow. What a fantastic place to be. Paphos, Cyprus, known as the island of love. If you make the decision to move to Cyprus, you will fall in love with this little country, this little island, very, very quickly indeed. And I promise you that the people you meet will fall in love with you. I'm going to say a huge thank you for watching. It's very, very much appreciated. If you like this little series of videos, please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of our complete and utter madness on the little channel known as Marika and